Everybody right now has dreams, don't they, guys? All right, everybody in the NFL, I have a dream of making it in the NFL. I got a dream of winning a Super Bowl. I got a dream of being in a Pro Bowl. I'm really not into dreams anymore, okay? I'm into fucking nightmares. You guys with me on that?
Mosh pit.
You gotta end somebody's dream. You gotta take their job. You gotta take their heart. Are you guys clear about this NFL shit now? We're not trying to go to the Peach Bowl. We're not trying to go to the Gator Bowl or the Bluebonnet Bowl. We're trying to go to the Super Bowl.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Just win, baby. I love it. You know, I sit in my office and I just shake. I get so excited.
Raider Nation, what's happening? Welcome back to the Raiders Hub. Hey, we're taking a look at Bryan Edwards finally. I know you guys have been waiting for this. So have I, trust me. It's just been really tough to find film on this guy. If you guys have any tips, by the way, of finding all 22 college film, let me know in the comments. That would help out a ton. So let's jump right into this. Bryan Edwards. Man, this dude is a beast on the field. I'm actually really impressed by him. He plays so physical and so tough. He's hard to bring down. He's a big dude. And he's really actually a lot more versatile than you would think he would be. I've seen South Carolina use him on jet sweeps, in the slot, outside, all over the place, man. He can do anything. And once he has the ball in his hands, he's really hard to bring down. Ooh! You saw it right there. He just told number 2, night, night. He's a good route runner, too. Edwards is going to win on these slant routes all the time. He has a pretty decent release, and that big body is going to get in the way. If he makes one good move and then cuts to the inside, he's going to be open almost every single time. And you'll see it here. He takes one jab to the outside, opens up the corner, and then cuts hard inside, and he's wide open. That's a route that's going to work all day in the NFL. This next route he runs is sickening. It's too good. Starts him with a solid inside release, pushes him hard up, gets to where he's got to be, gives him a head fake outside, and then cuts back slightly towards the middle of the field. It's nasty, man. He's just missing a little bit of help from his quarterback, and you know that happens often. I've been watching a lot of film, and a lot of times he runs a good route, gets open, and his quarterback just misses him. So obviously not top level talent there, but you know, Edwards is doing his job, so that's all we can ask for. One of the things I'm most excited about Edwards is he played in the SEC, played against really good competition. So, you know, taking this next step is going to be a little bit easier than, you know, guys who played in smaller schools. So, like, you know, Lynn Bowden, for example. So I'm excited to see that. And, you know, this dude's a man. He's 6'3", 215 pounds. He's a big dude, big physical guy, and he showed it in college. You know, he looked like a man amongst boys out there most of the time. He's really hard to bring down, physical, and he uses that physicality and that big body to his advantage for sure. And I like this play here as a good example for it, especially since Derek Carr loves to throw that back shoulder fade. I think Bryan Edwards can be a great guy to do that with. Now, he doesn't come down with the ball here, but you can see he totally beats his man. And this is another one of those instances where the quarterback, you know, didn't help him out, and he had to try to bail out the dude. Makes a complete stop, turns his body around, tries to catch it back shoulder, and just doesn't come down with it. But, I mean, Derek Carr is going to give him a better ball than that for sure. Here's a better angle about how difficult that catch was. It didn't even get to his back shoulder. He had to try to get up top over the defender and kind of reach down and catch it with his hands. So I put no blame on Bryan Edwards for this. He made a great attempt to get it. Quarterback needs to help him out. Another example of his versatility here. I told you South Carolina like to give him those, you know, those jet sweeps. There's a little push pass here. And you see him pick up a good chunk of yards and then fight moving the pile forward. That's awesome, man. I love that. Here's another one. And even though we don't know his 40 time, I mean, he looks quick, man. And he looks good in the open field, too. I like this route here. Little stutter step, step to the outside, and then cut hard underneath. His route running, I think, is pretty solid. And I'm sure all of you guys have already watched his highlight tapes. I like to break down game film because, it's not just strictly the highlight plays. You get to see all the little things that he does right as well. Not only that, but, you get to see the flaws. And honestly, Bryan Edwards doesn't really have many flaws. In fact, I can't really point to even one real flaw. The guy does everything pretty well, if not decent enough to get by. But, there's nothing that really comes out and jumps out at you and says, okay, he needs to improve here. I think this inside route could be a little bit crisper, but you see him come down with the ball. He makes a great play in traffic, and even though it wasn't the best cut inside, he still did a good job of stuttering and then shedding his defender. This right here is an example of a really smart high IQ route. He takes a release, notices that there's nobody around him, and stops in an open area and makes the play. DC is going to love this. Once that connection gets built, Derek Carr's a smart player. He really is. And he sees those kinds of things, and he looks to get the ball out quick. So if he's got a guy like Edwards who can recognize coverage that's busted or that's wide open and just sit in open field, Derek's going to give him that ball. Here's a short little drag route that he ends up turning into big yards. Great release, gets underneath, catches the ball, moves upfield hard and fast, and then again, he's so hard to bring down. A nice little spin move to bounce off the tackle. I'm really, really liking what I see out of Edwards, man. One of the biggest reasons I was so high on CeeDee Lamb and I wanted us to take him was that after the catch ability, after watching Ruggs' film, Ruggs has great balance and he bounces off the tackles really well. And now we got Bryan Edwards, who I see a lot of what I liked in CeeDee Lamb, I see it in Bryan Edwards. And so we got the best of both worlds, really. He's not afraid to go over the middle either. Dude's a tough guy, and he knows he's going to bull over anybody who tries to mess with him. So I'm really curious to know what his 40 time would have been if he would have participated in the combine. Because this dude, he burns people, man. This play is awesome. And he comes off the line so quick after that little stutter, shoots outside, and absolutely torches this corner. And not only does he beat his man here, but he actually gets a good throw from his quarterback. Derek Carr's got a pretty good deep ball, so I could see this going down, man. I would love to see Bryan Edwards torch a dude and get in there for 6. I want to see our passing game open up a little bit this year too. So hopefully with the new weapons we got, Gruden, he'll pull out all the stops. He'll start throwing the ball just a little bit more. I like the ground and pound offense, but I do think we need to be able to push the ball down the field more than we have been, rather than these little dink and dunks and, just hope we get the first down eventually. So that'll wrap it up for the film review. A couple things I wanted to talk about before we get out of here. You guys see the stats here. He was a true freshman at 17 and, got 590 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns. That's impressive. And you see the resume as it goes on. Pretty productive guy. There's a tweet that he put out that I really like. Straight up says, facts. All-time leader in receptions, all-time leader in reception yards, second all-time in receiving touchdowns, most consecutive games with a catch, started 12 games as a 17-year-old true freshman, and missed only 3 games in 4 years. This guy's durable, and he's a baller. The only concern that I have and that Raider Nation might have is recent injuries. He was good all through college football until the last couple games. He had a bum knee and then ended up breaking a foot, so he couldn't participate in the combine. So we'll see how he bounces back from that. But so far he looks healthy, looks like he's back out there. Doesn't seem to be any issues. I haven't heard anything about his injuries holding him back at all, so that's good news. But we'll see how he adjusts to the NFL. And for the most part, I'm really excited about this pick. I think it's solid, and receiving core was a huge issue for us. We all know that. So to shore up another spot at receiver, I think it's a great move for our team. All right, Raider Nation, I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Go ahead and drop a like. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already so you can keep up to date with Raiders news. And I'm out of here. Peace out, y'all. Much love. Till next time.